guys. I was really close to the camera. Let's just redo that.
Hey guys, what's up? On my Tumblr, I asked you guys to ask me some questions because I want to do my first Q&A video. And I have a lot of followers on Tumblr, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ask them for some questions. I do have the wrong Tumblr linked in my YouTube, so I have to fix that up. I'll have my right Tumblr linked down below. So I told you guys, just ask me the randomest questions that you could think of. So here we go. So the first question is, what is something you regret doing? I usually don't regret like a lot of big things because I wouldn't be where I am today, and I'm pretty happy of where I am right now. But my biggest regret is probably just not taking school as seriously as I should. I do now that I'm in high school, but like back in like elementary school, when I was younger, I was in all these enrichment classes, and then I just stopped putting in work for them. And so when it came time to high school, I'm in honors classes, but like when I got to like 8th and 7th grade, I just decided to stop enrichment because I was getting lazy. But I did get back into it, and I am taking honors classes now, which is really good because I miss them. So my biggest regret was just slacking off. What's the biggest lie you've ever told? The biggest lie I've ever told?
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know if you could count this as a lie. When I was in 1st grade, I went to a Catholic school, and it was like my first year. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to convince my teacher I'm Australian. So I walked into that school, after my parents, dropped me off. I convinced my 1st grade teacher for a week that I was Australian. I talked in an Australian accent. I never let it slip. The people didn't know me there, so they thought I was Australian. Until parent-teacher conferences, my teacher met my parents and they realized I wasn't Australian. They never said anything to my parents, but the teacher did say something to me, and I felt really salty. What do you think of Toddlers and Tiaras? I used to watch that all the time, but I have not watched that at all recently. Is that show still on? I thought it was really entertaining, to be honest. What would you do for a Klondike bar? They're not that great. I mean, if I was offered one, yeah, I'd eat it, but I wouldn't do much for one.
Some of these questions that you guys are asking me, I actually have to not read. You guys are really inappropriate.
What would happen if a guy played hard to get? What would you do? I don't know if this is an advice thing. Well, I'm in a relationship. I've been in a relationship for 2 years. But if a guy played hard to get, I would just say, see ya. I'm not into that hard to get stuff. Either you like me or you don't. Just if a guy's playing hard to get, be like, peace. What is your Twitter? My Twitter is @teensteph. You guys have seen that in my last video, but if you haven't, toe socks, Crocs, and camo. What's your view on these horrendous creations? Honestly, I love camo. I have camo sweatshirts. I have a camo shirt. I don't wear camo like that army camo. I don't wear camo. I have a camo Duck Dynasty hoodie. Crocs and toe socks. I hate toe socks. Those are creepy. How about camo toe Crocs? Oh, that's pretty funny. I don't know how I feel about camo pants though. What's the funniest thing you've ever done when you were really bored? When I'm bored, I usually just lay around. When I was younger, me and my friend Kelly, I used to go to her house all the time this summer, and her parents were home. We were in 4th and 5th grade, I guess. When her parents were home, we would do the craziest things. One time, it was the beginning of spring, and we were on her pool cover, running across the pool cover, and that's super dangerous. What does your bed smell like? What perfume do you use? My bed? I don't know. There's no distinct smell to it, but what perfume I use a lot of Victoria's Secret perfume. Have you ever met anyone famous? I have met the Jonas Brothers manager. I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember their name. Oh my god. I met Cake Boss. Do you guys know Cake Boss? Yeah, I met him. He made my best friend's cake when we were in 5th grade. How rad is that? What's your biggest accomplishment as of right now? Is making honors classes in high school and getting varsity for my freshman year for field hockey, and I'm about to get it for basketball and hopefully for track. That would be cool. What would you do if the movie Purge ever came to reality? I would probably go shopping. I don't even care. Like, I wouldn't kill anyone. Like, people that I don't like aren't that important to me that I would kill them. I would just go right to the mall, get all the clothes I wanted. We'll go to Acme or like CVS or like Rite Aid and just take all their food and candy. Pretty much my life. What is your take on teenage drinking? Do you drink? I think you should wait till you're 21 to drink because, you know, it's the legal age, but in all honesty, nobody ever waits till they're 21. Personally, I don't drink, but I think the age where it's okay not to judge as long as you're not constantly drinking is around like 17. Not saying that you should, not saying that I will, I'm just saying drinking and driving is, even talking about that gets me really angry. I could make a whole video about drinking and driving and I'm not going to because I will just start rambling, but it gets me so mad. How many languages can you speak? English. I'm taking Spanish 1 and I'm doing pretty decent in it. Do you ever cut classes at your school, and if so, have you ever gotten caught? Since I'm in high school and things have changed, I have not cut classes. Sometimes I have a lot of family members that work in my school, so I'll just go to their class, like I go to my aunt's class, but I have an excuse. I don't really cut because I don't like miss a whole class, but when I was in 8th grade, I used to cut all the time because I hated 8th grade. Even though I look back on it and it wasn't that bad. People don't believe like that I was actually a pretty bad kid in middle school, and then now I'm in honors classes. A smart kid and I behave. People just don't believe me, but I promise it's true. Why did you start YouTube? I started YouTube because I watched Gen X Pen when I was in like 6th grade. Across the beauty community, and then I was like, saw Mac Barbie, saw Makeup by Mandy, saw all of these different beauty gurus, and I was like, I want to start YouTube. Andrea Russett actually was the one who inspired me to actually like make a channel. How old are you? 15 years old. Do you have any brothers and sisters? Who do you live with? I live with my mom and dad, and I'm the only child. What nationality are you? You're really pretty. Thanks, and I am Italian, Irish, and Puerto Rican. Mostly Italian. Yeah. You have a boyfriend, you always talk about him. Aw, how long have you been together?
That face you made. You know, that show on YouTube. That's my name, Joey. Sunset.
We have been together for 2 years. Yeah, it's really long. He's like my best friend. And I love him. We're like really close. It's not, yeah, I'm starting to blush. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to thumbs it up, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, peace out, Girl Scouts.